All right, this is the third and final part to the Build a Perfect Double Stroke Roll video series. Make sure you check out parts 1 and 2. I'll leave those links down in the description. By the way, almost 90% of my viewers are people that are not subscribed to the channel. So if you've been watching my content for a little bit, please consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel a lot. In this video, we're going to be dealing with very fast double strokes where we're letting the stick bounce for these doubles. Now, I'm going to mention this again. If you have not watched part 1 and part 2 of this series, then a lot of the stuff we're going to be talking about in this video, you're going to be lacking some of the very important developmental skills in building this double stroke roll. So make sure you check that out. At the very fast speeds, our wrists and our fingers can only hang on for so long until we need to use a different technique to execute really fast doubles. And so this is where I like to think of this as bounced doubles, or pretty much the concept is you're doing one motion, but you're allowing the stick to bounce to get that second note. So I'm doing one wrist motion, but I'm allowing the stick to bounce on that second note. So if you only watch my wrist while I do this, you can see it looks like I'm just doing a single note, but because I'm allowing my fulcrum to stay in contact with the stick and I'm allowing my back fingers to relax a little bit, to allow the stick to have room to do this double, that's how I get that second note to happen. And again, practice this with both hands. If you've never experimented with letting the stick bounce before, a great way to just get used to how this is going to feel is just hold between your thumb and pointer finger, or if you use like a middle finger fulcrum, you can do that as well. But how many bounces can you have the stick do just by dropping the stick? So I'm releasing my back fingers to allow the stick to bounce. And all I'm going to do is pick up the stick after only 2 notes occur. So that's a way you can slowly start to understand what's actually taking place in the hand there. But if you notice, when I was experimenting with the doubles right there, it sounded really weak and thin. In order to make sure that the double strokes are still sounding nice and full, we want to make sure that we're starting up and ending up after we do that double stroke. We also need to have enough velocity in the stroke itself to get a full sounding double. If I'm using a slow wrist motion, the double is naturally a lot quieter, and you can hear the second note of the double is much weaker than the first. As opposed to a faster wrist turn, thinking about starting and ending up and more velocity. So you can experiment with just trying to get this sensation in each of your hands. And as a reminder, I'm feeling the majority of the squeeze happening in my fulcrum. My back fingers are relaxed, but they're still on the stick just to provide support to the sound. I'm not actually utilizing those back fingers to contribute to the second note. I'm going to show you 2 exercises in which you can start building these fast double stroke rolls. The first one is called Hugga-Digga-Burr, or sometimes it's called chicken in a roll. But the concept is our hands are going to be moving in 1/8 notes the entire time. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And we're just going to be alternating between playing 4 normal 1/8 notes and then 4 1/8 notes with diddles, meaning we're going to play double strokes on those notes. Then we're going to play that much again. Then we'll play an entire measure of eighth notes, followed by an entire measure of bounced doubles or diddles or double strokes. So if we put this all together, Hugga Digga Burr is going to sound like this. And we can continue to loop this indefinitely. The entire time while I'm playing this exercise, all I'm thinking about is my eighth note motion, keeping it consistent, making sure both hands are at the same height and that my doubles sound nice and open and full. Let's loop this a couple times. And even though I'm allowing the sticks to bounce on that second note, the doubles still sound nice and strong and full because I'm starting high and I'm ending high and I'm making sure to use enough velocity to get a solid second note. Let's go a little faster. Now at the really fast speeds, I want you to take note of what actually changes in my body when I'm playing those fast doubles. See if you can watch and figure it out. Did you notice how my heights had to come down a lot? And on the doubles themselves, I'm actually allowing my forearms to help contribute to the motion. Because there's so much physicality required to put enough pressure on the stick to get those fast doubles to come out at that faster tempo, allowing a larger muscle group to help out with the motion takes a lot of the stress off the hands themselves, and you're able to be a lot more relaxed when you're playing this. Watch for that again. Watch my lower heights and watch my forearms help contribute to the sound. We can also play the same style of exercise, but thinking about triplets the whole time. Same concept, 2 beats of normal triplets followed by 2 beats of triplets with diddles in them, and this is going to follow the same format as the previous exercise, but everything is now going to be in a triplet form. This exercise will sound like this. And once again, we can loop this a bunch. The same concepts apply in this exercise as well. I'm really only thinking about making sure I'm playing consistent triplets in my hands, and I'm allowing the bounce doubles to do the work on those diddles themselves. Let's play it some more a little bit faster. Let's see if we can push this one a bit. Once again, you probably noticed at the faster tempo, my heights are lower, and I'm actually allowing my forearms to help out with the motion on those diddles. So I've said this in the previous two videos, but I'm going to say it again. The double strokes really take a long time to develop and understand the mechanics behind getting a good sound. So do not worry if your doubles do not sound good right now. Keep practicing, be patient with yourself, and after doing these exercises for a long time, you're really going to start to see results in your double stroke roll, and it's going to sound clean and strong regardless of the tempo that you play them at. Once again, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.